Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kailin and I post videos mainly about eating disorder recovery and intuitive eating, and I post videos every single Saturday with a few sprinkled in between. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would love for you to click onto that subscribe button down below and become part of our little family. But for today's video, we are doing a what I eat in a week video, but we are sticking with breakfasts. So I'm going to show you 5 breakfasts that I made this week, or that I will be making, because I haven't made any of them yet. And for all of these breakfast ideas, I actually asked you, my beautiful, lovely subscribers, in a previous video just to comment some of your favorites. And so I took a couple screenshots and here we are now. And so some of these breakfasts are a little bit more complex. They have some more steps, some more work. Typically, maybe I wouldn't set the time out in the morning, especially before work, to make something as elaborate as some of these breakfasts, but I thought it would be some good inspiration for all of you to have. If you want to see maybe a more realistic, or something that is like, well, this is realistic, but something that's like quicker and easier, then let me know as well, because maybe I can do like a breakfast series or just like a meal series in general of like meals ready in under 15 minutes kind of thing. But for our first breakfast this morning, we are going to be making a CROQUE monsieur, which I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I do speak French, so I mean I should be, but if I'm not, that's on me. And this is a French breakfast. It's kind of like a ham and cheese sandwich, but not really. I'll be altering some of the recipes here and there just because of what I've got in my fridge. But yeah, let's start off by making this delicious breakfast. First things first, we need to make a bechamel sauce, which I've never done before. My boyfriend loves this sauce though, so I mean, it's nice for me to know how to make it. So we've got our beautiful pot over here. I'm going to put this pot to medium heat, and then we're going to add in around a 1/4 cup of butter. So once your butter is melted, we're going to add in just over 2.5 tablespoons of flour. This is what we call a roux if you're interested. So we're gonna add 1, 2, and like a little bit more than 1/2. And then you're just going to lower the heat a little bit and give this a nice mix. And you just want to smush any clumps that get in your way. You know, we don't need them there. But if they're there, it's okay. It's not going to make a huge difference. Next, we're going to gradually incorporate 3/4 cup of milk. So we're just going to add 1/4 at a time. There are so many recipes that I'm excited about this week. I'm on cloud 9. I love trying new recipes. And by asking you guys to choose what I eat, or to at least give me some ideas, it really allows me to just branch out and try things that I would have never tried. I've never had a CROQUE monsieur before, so I guess I don't really have much to compare it to, but we'll see how it goes. Can we take a second? Look at how beautiful that sauce is. We're just gonna add a final touch. We're going to add a little bit of salt, fresh cracked pepper, the tiniest bit of Dijon mustard, and also just a dash of ground nutmeg, nothing crazy. Also, I just gave it a try. It tastes so good, I'm so excited. I just realized that this recipe is so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Like, there's just basically one more step, so let's do it together. So we are going to take some bread. You can use whatever bread you like. I'm just using like a classic white bread today. And I'm making one for Andrew and one for me, so we're going to be doing 4 slices. Then we have our beautiful bechamel sauce here, and we're just going to spread some on each slice of the bread, and you want to make sure that you are getting it all the way to the corners and that you just got every kind of little nook and cranny. Then once your beautiful bread looks like this, we're going to add on a piece of ham. This is just some old-fashioned country cooked ham. Also, if I could have one accent, it would probably be a Southern accent. I just find them so endearing and beautiful. So, fun fact. So we're going to add a slice of ham to every single beautiful slice. And one of the last things that we're going to add is just a little bit of cheese onto every single slice. This is just a mixture of sharp cheddar as well as mozzarella. I believe that the commenter recommended Emmental. I think that's how you pronounce it, but they didn't have any at either of the grocery stores that I went to, so this is what we're working with. So now that our beautiful masterpieces look like this, we are just going to stack them on top of one another so we have like 2 sandwiches, and then we're gonna cook them in the oven at 450 degrees for around 6 to 7 minutes.
Baby, let me swim. No, you drive me crazy. Take a chance. Be here with me, baby. Make it last. 'Cause I'm in love with the soul.
This looks and smells incredible. So now it's time to give it a try. As I've already mentioned, I've never tried a CROQUE Monsieur, so let's do it. I know that trying new foods can sometimes be scary, but it doesn't have to be, okay? Let's do it together. Got a little bit of everything. This tastes expensive, really good. I'm usually not a huge fan of like bechamel sauce, but I think I did something here. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, would highly recommend. By the way, all of the recipes that I use will be linked in the description down below. But yeah, I will see you for tomorrow's breakfast very soon. Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to day 2 of this week of breakfasts. And for today's recipe, I chose something super quick and super easy. And also, I'm just really intrigued. One of you beautiful friends left a comment on the video that I was talking about that you all commented on about something that is called Hong Kong French toast. I'm not sure if this is just a recipe that is close to my subscribers' hearts, or if this is a recipe that like is very popular in Hong Kong. But basically all that you need is bread, peanut butter, and a can of condensed milk, and we're going to make a delicious concoction with this and just fry it in the pan. Oh, we also need an egg. Yes, because we're kind of making like French toast. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. All right, so we have the beautiful bread, and I'm just going to cut off all of the crusts. And don't worry, my dogs will eat this, or I will, somebody will. Beautiful, now we've got our little crustless bread. So now I'm just going to flatten them with my hands. You could probably use a rolling pin if you want, but we're not doing that this morning. Alrighty, there we go. So to one of our slices, we are going to be adding some delicious peanut butter, but we kind of want to keep it in the middle because we're gonna close this and try to make a seal. So let's add some peanut butter in there. Next, we are going to add in some condensed milk. Condensed milk is one of my favorite things ever. It's so good. I feel like condensed milk and peanut butter is going to make such a freaking good combination. Okay, now the fun part is we're gonna make like a little envelope. Actually, I'm gonna get a fork to press it down. And we're just going to make a beautiful seal. This is actually super therapeutic and fun. I think I'm gonna seal it on the other side too. It's looking a little bit like a Pop-Tart. Beautiful, there she is, all nice and sealed. And now we are just whisking up an egg super quickly. All right, besties, I've got a pan here on medium heat, and I'm going to add a little bit of butter in there, and then we are going to coat our little, I don't know, sandwich thing that we just made, our French toast, I guess we should say, in the eggs, and put it in the buttered pan, and then we're gonna fry it until it is gold on both sides. There is my spatula. There she is. Doesn't this look like a Pop-Tart? This is so cute. Give her a flip. Beautiful. So we have our beautiful Hong Kong French toast. This is one of the recipes that I was so excited for. I mean, I'm excited for all of them. Don't get me wrong. I truly, really am. But this just sounded very interesting, and it smells like fried eggs because I just dipped it in eggs. And typically for my French toast, or I guess for like Canadian French toast, you mix eggs with milk and cinnamon and things like that. So let's see. And for decoration mainly, and because I love it, we're going to top it with a little bit more condensed milk. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna cut like in the middle so I really get the entire experience. Do you guys see how good that looks? Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Wow. That tastes like a really expensive dessert that you would get at a restaurant. That's incredible. I'm like shocked at how good it is. It's mind-blowingly delicious. I'm going to be making this again. I think what would make it even better is like something crispy on the outside, like almost coating it with like coconut flakes, or like even corn flakes, like the cereal, crushing it up and coating it before you put it in the pan. really amazing. I'm gonna give this a 10 on 10. And I can't wait for us to try a new recipe tomorrow. Hello besties, and welcome to day 3 of this what I eat in a week for breakfast video. This morning I have like 10 minutes to make my breakfast because I have back-to-back client calls today. And so I chose one of the quickest recipes that I saw in the comment section. And today we are going to be making some matcha chocolate oats. It sounds incredible. I wish I had white chocolate for it, but I only have milk chocolate, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm sipping on my herbal tea, and yeah, let's just make a super quick and fast breakfast because that's what we gotta do this morning. So what we need is very, very basic. We do need some milk, which I've gotta get from the fridge, some oats, also some vanilla extract, some matcha powder. I just get mine from the grocery store, but it's really, really good. Some milk chocolate, and also a little bit of raw sugar that they told me to put in with the oatmeal. So let's do it. First things first, we're gonna add some oats into our bowl. Next, we're going to take some raw sugar, but I'm sure you can use any sugar, and add a spoonful in there as well. A pinch of salt. And of course, we've gotta add in our matcha. Beautiful. I'm just going to give this a good mix and break down all of those little matcha clumps. Look at how pretty. And next we're just going to add in some milk. Beautiful. And lastly, some vanilla. I'm still trying to get all of the lumps, but I'm just going to cook this until it gets nice and thick. I feel like this would have been a really good recipe too for St. Patrick's Day because it's green, but maybe next year. The oatmeal is done and it's been like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna have to speed eat this. Sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. You know, I slept in, so. I guess it's on me a little bit. Oh my God, my voice. Oh, all right. Let's get these matcha oats into our bowl. Now we're going to add some chocolate on top. I'm adding some milk chocolate because I think that that's the best. Before I show you these oats, I want you to know I could have made them a lot prettier. But again, we are short on time. So this is what we got this morning. I mean, they're pretty cute. This is pretty cute, right? It's kind of giving me like Halloween vibes with the chocolate and the green, but let's taste it. I'm very interested. I don't think I've ever had matcha and chocolate before. I've had chai and chocolate, which is delicious, but first for everything, I guess. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it, but if you commented this, it's not your fault, okay? It's my fault. It's my taste buds' fault. I think I put too much matcha, which is the first thing. I feel like maybe I wasn't supposed to put so much. And 2, I really wish I had white chocolate. I feel like white chocolate and matcha would go so much better, but this one's kind of a flop, but a me flop, not a you flop, okay? I love matcha, I love chocolate. This combo just didn't hit it for me. I'm gonna give this like a 3 on 10. And tomorrow, hopefully when I have more time, we'll kick it up a bit and do a little bit more of an elaborate recipe. But yeah, thank you guys for watching so far. Hello, my beautiful best friends. It is the next day, and I am so excited to make this breakfast. One of my beautiful friends, one of you, actually sent me like a message, like a detailed voice message of how to make this. So we are going to be making biscuits that are stuffed with sausage and gravy, served with eggs. I love it. I'm sipping my iced coffee. This is what is this? Like an iced brown sugar shaken espresso. I made it at home. It's like a mock/copycat Starbucks drink, and I shared the recipe over on my TikTok, which I've been sharing tons of recipes lately, so you should come and follow me, okay bestie? Anyway, I have these sausages that are from the farmer's market, and these are a maple chipotle sausage. Not breakfast sausage or anything like that, but I figured it would be delicious. I could not find the Pillsbury biscuits anywhere, but I did find these flaky rolls. My sink is making very weird noises right now, but I really hope that this is kind of the same. I kind of know it won't be, but whatever. And then I also have some gravy just to mix with the sausage. We're going to put it inside of the biscuit and we'll serve it with some eggs. So let's do that. So I just preheated my oven to 375 degrees. And I have a pan over here that we're going to put on medium heat. And now it is time to dissect our sausage. This sausage smells so much like maple. I think it's gonna be so good. So sausages kind of come in this casing, I guess is the best way to describe it. And so if you ever want to make like sausage patties or anything like that, you literally just have to remove the sausage from the casing. Might gross some people out, but that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just going to kind of squeeze the sausage out of its casing. Again, not the most glamorous thing, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So now I'm just going to kind of break apart my sausage. Again, this is like a trust the process kind of thing because I have no idea really what I'm doing. So the viewer that actually sent in this recipe said that her grandmother sometimes uses like homemade gravy, but I'm not on that level today, so I'm just adding some from a can. I'm just gonna let this cook for a couple of minutes until the gravy kind of just thickens up, and then we'll be good to assemble. And I'm pretty sure that this is not the exact way that I'm supposed to make this, but I'm making it with the tools that I have, and hopefully it still tastes good. I mean, the goal is just for it to taste good. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And for these flaky rolls, I'm just gonna, I guess, try to crack it open. I know that there's like an accurate way to open these, but I don't really follow the instructions, and I tend to open them differently than how we're supposed to, but that's okay. So I'm going to kind of smush 2 of these flaky rolls together because the goal is to try to put the sausage inside to make like a little, I don't know, like a little sausage pocket. So we have the sausage and we're just going to put it in the middle. And now we're going to attempt to lock all of that sausage in there. They kind of look like little empanadas. I think that that is so cute. This one's a little bit tougher to seal. The meat is trying to escape. There we go. We've got our 2 little sausage stuffed biscuits. And now I'm just going to cook this in the oven for around 15 minutes at 375 degrees. All right, so our biscuit is almost out of the oven. So we're gonna fry up an egg. Just going to add some olive oil to my pan and crack this bad boy in there. Look at how good those look, holy shit. All right, baby dolls, it is the moment of truth. First things first, let's cut open this bad boy and peek inside. That looks incredible, holy smokes. This smells so good, especially because I used maple sausage. It's like, it's steaming, it's incredible. The whole house smells wonderful. Andrew walked down and he was like, what are you making? And so I gave him the other one, but let's try it. This is so good. I think that this is my favorite one so far. It's so good. We also have to do an egg check, you know, an egg yolk check. Let's see. Oh my goodness, beautiful. I'm going to enjoy this every last bite. And I will see you tomorrow for, I think it's our last breakfast. I don't remember, we'll just have to see. Hello besties, and welcome to the last breakfast of the week. And for breakfast today, what I am craving and what I need in my life is apple crisp. And I know that apple crisp is like a dessert for many people. For me it is as well, but it is also a breakfast. I just have such fond memories of my dad or grandmother or somebody making apple crisp and having it the next morning for breakfast. It's just so good, and I have a bunch of apples that I kind of need to use up that are going to go bad soon. And so I figured, what better way to use them than to make an apple crisp? And if somebody says that you cannot have dessert for breakfast, I wouldn't want to be them. Just saying, I would not want to be them. So the first step to a delicious apple crisp is get yourself some apples. Today we are using some Cortland apples and peel them. So that's where we're gonna start.
Could turn back, I would tell younger me, take the time that you need just to breathe.
All right, so we have our glorious sliced up apples, and then everything else that you need, it's relatively simple. Just some salt, brown sugar, lemon, some flour and oats, as well as some melted butter, and that's it. So to our glorious apples over here, we're just going to slice up some lemon and drizzle this all over. And it's going to be the juice of around half a lemon. Then we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon. Also, every time I bake, I'm just so worried that my hair or the dog's hair is gonna somehow get in here. So if I've ever made you something and there's been a hair, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is just for me and for Andrew, so I guess I'm being like less careful, but it's always the risk with baking in my house. Now we've got our beautiful bowl over here, and we're going to add in around 1/3 cup of butter, then around 1/2 cup of oatmeal, just under 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, some cinnamon, and then lastly, we're going to add in just under 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And then once your mixture looks something like this, you are all set and done. And then we just sprinkle this mixture on top of our apples. Into the oven she goes for around an hour. The apple crisp finally came out of the oven and it smells so flipping good. I'm so hungry. I know some people will typically add like Greek yogurt if they're having it for breakfast. I don't want to do that. I just want the plain old good apple crisp, you know? If there's one thing that I do well, it's make a mean apple crisp. The perfect breakfast to end this week with. It's so good. Anywho, let me know if you like this format of what I eat in a week videos where I'm focusing on like one specific meal. Maybe I should do lunch next, okay? Comment some of your favorite lunches down below. And yeah, don't forget to do something kind for yourself today, and I really, truly hope to see you in my next video. Bye, friends.